To tackle the surging fuel prices and increasing pollution, today the world relies on electric vehicles as a cleaner mode of transportation. Good morning to one and all who are watching this video. Today, we, the member of Group 2 of Section B, and I, Rishabh Balyan, along with my team members, Ashirvad, Manoj, Ronitavo, Manveen, Shrey, Shashank, and Vipul, are going to present a short video on the topic EV industry. So let's get started. The global electric vehicle market size is projected to grow from 4,093 units in 2021 to 34,756 units by 2030 at a CAGR of 26.8%. Factors such as growing demand for low emission, commuting zero emission vehicles through subsidies and tax rebates has compelled the manufacturers to provide electric vehicles around the world. This has led to growing demand for electric vehicles in the market. Countries around the world have set up targets for emission reductions according to their own capacity. The EV uptake is rising primarily because of affordable, greener electric mobility solutions. EVs are cheaper to run and maintain because they have fewer movable parts as they run on batteries, making them easier to repair and upgrade. The cost of charging an electric vehicle is roughly 40% less than the cost of driving a similar sized automobile over the same distance using gasoline. Tesla and Ether are the leading players in the EV industry. Players like Lohia and Electrotherm have developed electric three-wheelers. Ampere and Hero have entered electric cycle segments. There are a number of e-rickshaw players mushrooming across the globe and selling good number of e-rickshaw for the last mile connectivity. The EV industry will explode by 2030, with the US seeing a 32% increase in its sales, China from 7% to 34%, and Europe will see a 5 to 6 times increase in its sales. And in the case of India, we can expect 30% of vehicles to be electric by 2030. The price of batteries is reducing every year, which has also made them more accessible and in demand. Many serious players like Tesla, Hero, Echo, Ether, Electrotherm, Lohia, Ampere, etc. are continuing with the mission and trying to enforce the positive change in the world. Now we will focus on the pestle analysis of EV industry.
Pestle analysis of EV industry. So first, we will talk about the political factors. To date, more than 20 countries have announced the full phase out of internal combustion engine vehicles, car sales, over the next 10 to 30 years. Moreover, more than 120 countries, which accounting for around 85% of the global road vehicle fleet, have announced economy-wide net zero emissions pledge that aim to reach net zero emission in the coming few decades. As a result of these policies, electrical car sales in Europe were 55% higher during the first half of 2020 relative to the same period in 2019. So it can be said that these policies will have a significant effect in sale of EVs. Now come to the economical factor. Significant fiscal incentives spurred the initial uptake of electric light-duty vehicles and underpinned the scale-up in EV manufacturing and battery industries. The measures, primarily purchase subsidies and vehicle purchases and registration tax rebates, were designed to reduce the price gap with conventional vehicles. Such measures were implemented as early as in 1990s in Norway, in 2008 in United States, and in 2014 in China. So in future, it is expected that price of EVs will come down significantly. Now come to the social aspects. Millennials, who will be the customer of automobile industry in near future, care more about environmental products. Almost 40% between age group of 18 to 24 years are more environmentally conscious. So environmental friendly products like EV will have a significant impact on their decision-making process and buying behavior. Now we will analyze the technical factors of EV industries. The chart here shows the filing trends for both the individual technologies considered as well as the cumulative trend. As for the overall trend, it is clear how the sector has increasingly attracted attention from a patent perspective with sustained growth at the beginning of the decade. Beginning in 2016, this growth seems to have stabilized. It is also worth noting that the downtrend noticeable since 2018 has to do with the 18-month delay between filing patent applications and their publications, not with an actual drop in patent filings. So we can say that there is a large number of research going on in this field, and as newer technology will be available in future, EVs will be more affordable in future. Legal aspects. So many countries are passing regulations to charge more tax on cars that does not adhere to the carbon emissions rules. So it will encourage buyers to buy EVs in future. Now, last but not the least, the environmental effects in EV industries. As we can see that CO2 emitted by EVs in 2019 was 3 crore 80 lakh tons, which is almost half of that an equivalent ICE fleet would have emitted. So it will not only benefit the environment, but also help the desired net zero emissions target of many countries. So there is a great chance that countries will promote EVs in the future heavily. Now Shrey will take us from here.
Porter's 5 force of EV industry analysis. Rivalry intensity among competitors is high. Great diversity of rivals like new rival coming like Mercedes, Audi, and then bargaining of power of suppliers. It is medium because of battery pack supplier holds to the performance of the EV. Threats of new entrants. It is high as capital skills requirements, technology and R&D, and access to distribution. Threats of substitutes is also high as of hybrid and public transport can take the space of EV industry. Bargaining power of buyer, it is medium as people are more sensitive to the price increase of EV vehicles. And we can see here the profitability table of each of the Porter's 5 force. Like for substitutes, now it is high, then it will decrease. And for the new entry, it is decrease, and in the future also profitability will decrease. The internal rivalry is high, and on the profitability it will reduce in the future. Buying power, it will increase as the people are more tends to buy the EV industry of the because of the government rules, and the supply power will also increase. Thank you.
Now I'd like to talk about the value chain of the EV industry. It is divided into 5 segments: procuring the raw materials, making of the subcomponents, making of the OEM components, the OEM vehicle assembly, and the commercial vehicle end use market, and the after sales services. In the raw materials, it is a highly concentrated market with only a few players operating. The making of the in the aspect of making of the subcomponents, it is a highly fragmented market, and these are basically family-owned businesses. And in case of making of the OEM components, it is a moderately fragmented market, and the Fortune 1000 and the publicly listed companies deal in it. The OEM vehicle assembly, this is where China comes into picture, where almost 60% of the vehicle assembly happens there. It is a highly concentrated market, and mostly Fortune 100 companies and few of the startups of different companies operate. Now, now the commercial vehicles end-use market, this is a fragmented and differentiated market, and more needs to be done on the after-sales services to look for the demands of the people that are opting for it in the future.
Profitability of EV industry. The electric car market is worth 208 billion in 2021, a number that could more than quadruple in 957 billion in just over 8 years. The research firm estimates a CAGR of 24.51% during the period between 2022 to 2030. Tesla's major players of EV industries are Tesla, whose market share is 28%, and Tesla revenue grew to $31.5 billion in fiscal year 2020, a 28% increase from the previous. Tesla's largest sales market is USA. Its profit margin of Tesla in 2021 was 30.5% year over year in quarter third. Second major player is Renault Nissan Mitsubishi Alliance. They have a market share of 10% and targeted to achieve 8% operating profit. Third player is BYD, whose BYD has sold 46,554 units. It controls 7% market share, and its profit margin is 13.33% last quarter. EVs are costlier to produce, and consumers have rather limited willingness to pay premium for EVs. The combination of these two factors leads to lower profitability of today's EVs versus ICE vehicles. A small to mid-size EV that is today is approximately $20,000 more costly, therefore less profitable than similar ICE vehicles. The challenge find is to cost and revenue levels to narrow the gap. Due to this, the battery is one of the major components of electric, which is reducing its cost due to technological improvement. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. So now let's look at Tesla. So Tesla is an American manufacturer of electric automobiles, solar panels, and batteries for cars and home power storage. Its mission statement is to accelerate the world's transition to the sustainable energy. From the beginning, its strategy was to start with a premium sports car aimed at early adopters, then moved into the more mainstream vehicles, including sedans and affordable compacts. Tesla focused on three things: use lithium-ion battery rather than lead acid, which was the industry standard at the time. Second, start with a high-margin, high-performance sports car to shed the stigma of electric vehicles and use the revenue to fund the affordable car. And lastly, achieve the economies of scale. Now let's take a look at some of the major events of Tesla. Founded in 2003, it aimed to revolutionize the vehicle industry. The company decided to launch a high-performance electric sports car that used lithium-ion batteries. But company was soon landed in financial troubles. It went through the multiple CEOs. Finally, Elon Musk took the position of CEO in 2008. They managed to raise 505 million US dollars and make a strategic partnership with Daimler. In 2009, Tesla Roadster was launched, and in 2012, 2015, 2017, and 2020, Model S, X, 3, and Y were launched respectively. The Tesla Model 3 became the first electric car to sell 1 million units globally. To achieve the economies of scale, Tesla also opened its Gigafactory. Next.
The strategies adopted by Tesla resulting in its success are superior technology. Tesla electric motors are superior compared to the company's competitors. Experts in the field consider Tesla's battery technology to be a couple of years ahead of the competitors with better energy density. The company also has access to the largest battery manufacturing capacity in the world with the help of its strategic partnership with Panasonic. Even the autonomous driving technology used in Tesla is way ahead of its competitors. Tesla is playing the long game with research and development, focusing on automation, material cost, and software updates. One of the company's strategic objectives is to increase investment in research and development to develop new products that satisfy market demand for enhanced renewable energy solutions, such as batteries for various purposes. This can be seen from the graph how Tesla spending on R&D has been increasing from financial year 2010 to 2020. Vertical integration. Tesla's business model is different from that of most of the automobile manufacturing companies because it owns the entire supply chain from manufacturing to distribution. Tesla chose to reject the traditional franchise dealer sales to prevent unnecessary additional cost. A report published by Goldman Sachs estimated that savings for the customer in the direct-to-consumer model is around 8.6%. Customers can view the cars in the showrooms and complete the orders at the showroom or online or on the phone and have the cars delivered to them. So a supercharger network. Tesla's supercharger network gives it a competitive advantage over actual and potential competitors. With over 30,000 superchargers, Tesla owns and operates the largest global fast charging network in the world, a robust superior charger network that has given confidence to the population to shift from ICE vehicles. Thank you.
Thank you, Shashank. Intro to the Ether. Ether is a startup and selling premium electrical two-wheelers in India. Ether was started by Tarun Mehta and Swapnil Jain. Scooter has a high performance, zero maintenance, and smart electrical vehicle. And coming to the timeline, in 2013 it started. Flipkart invested 1 million in 2014. In 2018, in Karnataka, the manufacturing unit is set up. In 2019, signed MOU in Tamil Nadu. 450X and 450 Plus are added to Ether portfolio in 2020. In 2021, Hero Motor Corporation invested 17.44 million in Ether Motors. Coming to the Ether success strategy, one after sales customer experience. The software used in the Ether scooters are updated frequently, and the services are also done doorstep, and the services are they don't have any special services, which is backend processes. second, product development and engineering. The design is user friendly, and scooter is high power, high range connectivity, and high quality scooter appealing to affluent early adopters. Third, electric vehicle charging infrastructure. Ether Grid started with over 30 charging points in Bengaluru and 10 in Visakhapatnam, 10 in Chennai. And all the governments are also using the electrical vehicles and also promoting the electrical vehicles across India. Now my friend Manvin will continue.
Okay, thank you. Now let's look at the profitability and going forward for both of these companies. So both of these companies have incurred losses initially, but Tesla in 2018 broke new grounds and reported some profit. And right now it is showing the profit. So the Tesla has incurred losses due to the production issues. Tesla has also invested in other energy projects such as solar roof and off-grid power, which will help them in soaking up the cost and thereby increase the profitability. For the future, Tesla will be profitable if it is able to mend the production issues, as well as the Gigafactory which will also help them achieve the economies of scale. Now looking towards the Ether. Although Ether has been making losses since the start of the company, it has been receiving huge investment, which shows the confidence of the investors. Ether Energy recorded a 4 times growth in its revenue to 48.8 crores rupees, but over 2 times rise in expenses. Thereby, losses also widened in the financial year of 20. Prospects look really bright for Ether in the coming days, with almost all state and central governments bringing huge incentive schemes for opting electric vehicles. The Ether is also looking to expand to other cities, currently as it is currently in 2 cities only. So thank you. That's it.